had something on my mind recently, and I want to talk about identifying snakes, right? Now, when it comes to identifying snakes, there's many different characteristics that people have that you have to look at. And then people will ask me, like, why are you so quick to cut people off? And that's because there are certain traits that people have, right? One trait that I think people have, which other people don't look at, and a phrase that I've always lived by, is that a friend of everyone is a friend of no one. Now, what does that mean? So you got these people in life who you see them in your friendship group, you see them in other friendship groups. They have about 70 different friends. It seems like they have no clear priorities in their friendship, right? You don't know who their best friend is, but they're friends with everyone. It's not like they're cool with everyone, but they're friends with everyone. They absorb other people's business, and they probably even talk about other people, right? These people, for me, are the most dangerous, because I feel like if you're a friend of everyone, it's kind of like you have no level of loyalty to anyone else. So a lot of the times, what's going to happen is that because these people are so neutral, it's going to almost seem as though for years that because they're so neutral, they're actually a fair judge of character. But I kind of believe it's the opposite. When you're too neutral, there's always going to come a time in life where you're going to need to be able to draw the line and say, yo, this person's right, this person's wrong. I'm siding with person A, I'm siding with person B. I think as you grow up, this whole idea about having these friendship groups and then having people who are just super neutral, talking to three people in the group, talking about the other people, and then going to the other group and talking about them, it's not really beneficial. And again, these people that are super neutral, you can be neutral if you want, but eventually you're going to end up in the crosshairs, and then people are going to be mad at you. Even, for example, when I was listening to the clip song Pusha T and Malice, the one they're talking about Travis. One of the gripes Pusha T had with Travis is that Travis is too neutral. For example, he's cool with Drake and he's cool with Pharrell. He lets Drake diss Pharrell on a song, but then he's on stage with Future and Metro telling them to play like that, which is dissing Drake. So it's kind of like, effectively, you're trying to be neutral with everyone, but at the same time, you're kind of chatting about other people to everyone else. So you're a friend of everyone, but effectively you're a friend of no one. So watch those people who are friends with everyone, and it's not clear where the priorities lie, man, because there's always going to be a time in life where you need to draw your line in the sand, man. I believe in the phrase that it ain't no neutral. When it comes to me, if someone does me wrong and you're still messing with them, I have to look at you sideways to an extent. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just how I live, man, because if they wrong me, effectively they're a detriment to my life. If you're hanging with them, possibly talking to them about me, giving them my plans, you're a detriment to my life, and I'm gonna have to cut you off. So ain't no neutral.